Instagram has rolled out new guidelines for the year 2023. If you own a business, you are running adverts, or you plan to run ads, it is important to understand all these guidelines. This would help you put the right things in place that would help your business. Let's dive straight into it. Attached to my screen the terms and conditions, but I want to break it down because a lot of people did not understand it. If you go to your ads manager, you would see the new terms and conditions starting on the 3rd of January. So we would be breaking it down here. It's a lot. Get ready. Instagram calls it self-serve ad term. The following self-serve advertising, blah, 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 blah. Number one, when you place an order, you will tell us the type of advertising you want to buy, the amount you want to spend, and your bid. If we accept your order, we deliver your ads as inventory becomes available. Subject to selection, when serving your ads, we use best effort to deliver the ads to the audience you specify or to achieve the outcome that you select. Although we cannot guarantee in every instance that your ad would reach its intended target or achieve the outcome that you select. Let me break it down. What they are saying is the same way my business sells gift item. If you want to buy a gift item, you place an order. Instagram is telling us that from the 3rd of January, we have to place an order. The way we used to run ads is you set up your adverts and all that, but you have to place it like an order. Tell us the amount you want to spend. Like, okay, in a month, I want to spend 100,000, I want to spend 50,000. After you tell them your bid. How much am I able to bid for this ad? You tell them. If we accept your order, that means them accepting adverts will now be more difficult than it used to be. If we, that means we may not accept your order. Okay, then they say we will deliver your ads as inventory becomes available. That means if you put in an ad, if inventory is not available for 4 days, you have to wait, you have to stay on the queue. What is that telling you? What it's telling you is that if people that want to run ads for a particular time, say Valentine, say end of the year, Christmas, or say Easter, or say Father's Day, or something, that normally you can say, oh, I'll start my ads today, Instagram would accept it. It may take long. In fact, it will take longer. So when going into 2023, before running ads, you have to prepare to run your ads far ahead. If you're running ads for Valentine, first week of January, you should set up your ads already. We don't know how they're going to do it, but it is definitely going to take longer. Okay, now let's even talk about Valentine or Christmas. I'm just using a random season. If too much people are requesting to place advert that time, you may have to wait for 2 weeks. So you have to start planning earlier. If you have drafted out your advertising plan for next year, go and draft out when to run your ads and set a reminder. That's what I do when I want to run ads. Maybe for Valentine, I'll set a reminder on my phone. So maybe like anytime in January, the reminder would remind me run Valentine ads, run Father's Day ads. And it helps me because at times I forget, not like I forget, but I'm like, oh, my heart should be running by now. So set up your timer, alarm, and all that. And please, if possible, put a week or 2 weeks ahead because we don't know what we are going to face, but it is going to be a movie. Okay, let's go to number 2. Your ads must comply with all applicable law, regulations, and guidelines, as well as our advertising policy. Failure to comply may result in a variety of consequences, including the cancellation of ads that you have placed and termination of your account. Before you run ads on Instagram, I have a video on Instagram ads guideline. I also have a video on what you should do on Instagram community guideline. I'll put it in the description box. When you're done with this video, you need to watch that video. You have to understand Instagram guidelines. You have to understand their ad guidelines is different from the page guideline. They have advertising guidelines, they have the page guidelines. I have made a video about both. Please check the description box, or if possible, I may link it at the end of this video. If you go against their law, what they are saying is you think they are removing accounts all this while, but this 2023 is going to be brutal. They are ready to uproot any weed in their system and they are not taking it lightly. So before you run ads, understand their guideline, community guideline, and Instagram guideline for ads. I don't want this video to be too long, and obviously I cannot talk about that. And I already have a video on it already. Check the description box when you are done with this video. Okay. Next point is we may reject or remove any ad for any reason. That means even if your advert has been running maybe like a month, 2 months, they can just wake up and stop it and remove it and reject it as they please for any reason whatsoever. Number 4, you will pay for your order in accordance to the following. A, 4A, you will comply to our community payment terms So this is telling us that we must comply with their terms. The terms sef we get there. You pay all amounts specified in each order you place along with any applicable tax. Tax has been compulsory in Nigeria since I think it started 2022 January. Yeah. So the amount you owe for each order will be calculated based on our tracking mechanism. C. Placing an order, you authorize us to obtain your personal or business credit report either when you place an order or at any time after. That means if you place an order, they have the authority to obtain your personal or business credit report. They have the power. You are responsible for maintaining and security of your advertising account, and you will understand that you'll be charged for any order placed on or through your advertising account. What they're saying here is if you are not careful with your advertising passwords. Yeah. What they're saying is you have to use good password for your Facebook account and all that. If anyone have access to your Facebook account, for instance, and the person sets up an ad manager and starts running ads with your Facebook account, Facebook is not ready to hear story with you that it's not me, it's somebody. You are responsible to pay, and they will do everything to make you pay. It's that simple. So keep your password safe. Use strong password. Your password lets it ask spelling, digits, numbers, and symbols, things that people cannot easily think about because they are not hearing stories. You would pay. They don't want to hear, it's somebody, I gave my password, can you come, Facebook. Oh." If you are making direct debit payments, you agree that we can charge you any amount that falls within the range that you agreed to upon sign up. We will notify you in advance if any charge will exceed the agreed upon. What they are saying is, if you bid for 100,000 per month or 50,000 naira per month on your ads, they can decide to say, okay, you bid for 50K and we've taken your order, but we want to deduct 65,000 naira. There's nothing you can do. You cannot sue me to court. However, they would notify you. Even if they notify you, there's nothing we can do. We are more like powerless. We will not be powerless in Jesus' name. Amen. F, you can cancel an order at any time, but your ads may run for 24 hours after you notify us. And you are still responsible for paying for all ads that run. I think this is not fair. What they're saying is usually when I run ads, perhaps I see it's too expensive or it's not converting, I go and stop it. What Instagram is now saying is, for instance, if I'm running the ads or an ad, is it a ad or an ad? If I am running ads, yeah, and I feel like it's not converting or it's too expensive, the cost per click link, and I decide to post it this morning, my ads will still run till tomorrow morning, and I still have to pay. I am responsible for paying, and they are enforcing me to run an ad for 24 hours after. Make it make sense, Facebook. Kindly click on the like button. It would help you to know this video is valuable and push it out to more people that needs to see this content. Thank you. Next, please. The amount that we charge you may be subject to and include applicable taxes and levies, including without limitation withholding tax. You are responsible for bearing and remitting any tax that applied to your transaction. You will indemnify and hold us harmless from and against any claim arising out of your failure to do so. What they're saying is tax is compulsory, and if you refuse to do it, you bear the consequences, and there's nothing you can do. H. If your payment method fails or your account is past due, we may take additional step to collect past due amount. You will pay all expenses associated with such collection, including legal fee. Facebook legal fee báwo. Past due amount will accrue interest at 1% per month or the lawful maximum, whichever is less. What they're saying is, you may be trying to run ads and your payment method is failing. Maybe you are using Wema Bank. For those of you that use postpaid ad account, it's not advisable. Prepaid is the best. What they're saying is if you are using postpaid and you are owing them 20,000 naira and they are unable to pay, or you are owing them $30 and you're unable to pay, they will charge you 1% per month. So if you roll over to next month, you pay 1% plus your former debt till you are able to pay up. And they're now even saying that if you refuse to pay, you pay all expenses associated with such collection, including legal fee. That means they can sue you to court if you are not paying their money, and you will be the one to pay their legal fee. I hope they are joking. This is not making sense. I hope they are joking. They may allow you purchase ad with an advertiser balance, which is prepaid balance, that can be used solely to purchase ad on Meta. Advertisers balance are only for business or commercial purpose. It is not refundable. Facebook is not a bank. does not offer banking service and all that. What they are saying is some people put so much money in their ad account. For me, I try to fund it every 3 days because they have this rule before. If they deactivate your ad account, there's something you can do and your money would go. So even if you have 100,000 or any amount there, your money would go. I spend more than 100,000 per month on ad, but I never put it there at once. Hey, how long magic? I cannot put all my money there at once. I put it in batches, small, 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 small. I put 10K today, 15K. The maximum I have ever added to my prepaid ad account is 20,000, and that's the highest, right? So what they're saying is they are not a bank, so don't put money there to keep. Put the money that you want to use. Okay. Hey, this is number 4. Eh? Do you know when you were in school, secondary school, university, and you'd get to the exam of question 1, A, B, C, D, E, F? You know those wicked lecturers? Facebook has joined bad kink. Okay, you understand that from time to time we run tests on our self-serve ad interface and related system, which may affect your user experience, thereof, including campaign performance. You acknowledge and agree that you may test as notified in this term, including access, formatting, relevant, pricing, targeting, delivery. What they are saying is they can test their ads anytime. Now, when I am running adverts, there are specific people I target. What they're not saying is, if I am targeting this group of people, they can decide to test my ads and go and show my ads to people that are repairing phone or selling laptop or doing bridal shower. They can actually do anything they want to do with the ads. They can test it. Would this audience be good for my ads? Can I get results? Of course, I really want to pay. And they are telling me they can go ahead and do it. Number 6, will determine the size, placement, and positioning of your ads. Usually, when you want to run ads, you can pick Instagram story, explore, feed, and those options. Now you cannot pick. They will determine. They will say, okay, this one no, we put it on story. This one no, it will be on explore. This one no, is going to be on feed. Okay. Number 7, scheduling of delivery is subject to availability and may not be continuous. That means when after you place your order, when your ads will start running, it depends on the kind of orders they have. Now for instance, maybe I own a clothing store and you want to shop from me, and I'm running sales. If about 100 people come to shop from me, my company will start the production of the clothes based on first come, first serve. The first person that comes to order for the clothes will start the production. Number 10, production will be the 10th. Do you understand? So it depends on order availability. First come, first serve. Okay? Number 9, we cannot control how clicks are generated on your ads. We have systems that attempt to detect and filter clicks away and all that. What they are saying is they cannot control if someone that is not interested in your ads would click on it. Of course, if they click on it, it would pay, but it's none of their business. They cannot control it. Okay. The next point is a license to deliver your ad will end when you have completed your order. You understand, however, that 10A, once ads are displayed, ads are public information. It may be reshared, accessed, outside, saved, and all that. What they're saying is you cannot to them and say, oh, I am running ads, so someone shared or saved my content. Definitely, when you are putting your stuff to the public, people would share, people would save. That one is fine. 10B, if your ad is about social issues, election, it's about politics, it's none of my business, okay? 10C, you consent that Meta may disclose your advertising content and all information associated with your advertising to a government entity or body. What they are saying is they can disclose our content to people that have connection, people that have leg, e.g., government, entity, or body. Maybe there's a brand that is thriving online and there's another industry that needs to get information about that brand. What they're saying is if it's a big body, government, they can disclose your advertising content. Like, okay, this is what this person is using for targeting. Like, they can tell actually. Okay, so you have to consent that, okay, I know you can do that. Number 11, will provide you with the report about the kinds of people seeing your ads. Okay, you can know the kind of people seeing your ads. The use of these reports is subject to the data. You can have access to the reports of people seeing your ads. Number 12, offer tools to provide transparency to our user about how Meta, blah, 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 blah. There are things in place to help you on their platform. Okay, you will not usually press release or make public statements about your relationship with Meta or Meta products without our prior written permission. Press release. Okay. Number 14, if you are placing ads on someone else's behalf, you must have permission to place those ads and agree as follow. That is if you want to place ads for someone else, but I'd advise you that you should not do that. Place your ad yourself. Let everyone place their order themselves. Because if that person goes against a rule or community guideline, they will deal with you and they will deal with that person. So I don't know how they want to do it. We will not know till January, of course, but don't place ad for anyone. Okay. Number 15. We may ask you to review and accept terms that apply to your use. At any time, they can ask you for a review of term for your use. Okay. For the sake of community guidelines that will not be taken with levity in year 2023, do not place ads on behalf of someone else. You as a person, you have to understand Instagram ads guideline, what to do for your Instagram ads, and it is important to follow their guideline on your own page so that they won't take you off their platform. Most especially if you are making money on this platform. I have this video on Instagram community guideline, the things you must do, the things you must not do, and what would help you maintain your account and stay safe on Instagram. It is important if you are running ads or not because Instagram would be more strict with their platform next year. Click here, watch, and enjoy. Thank you for watching. I'll definitely see you in my next video.